did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly, also known as Mbali. Thank you so much for stopping by, for tuning into this video, for staying subscribed, for subscribing in my absence. I am so thrilled that you are here today. Today I am coming at you with a really fun video, and it was inspired by a tweet that I saw on Twitter that's been making the rounds, which I actually like the tweet because I couldn't agree more. And I'm gonna pop the tweet on the side of my screen, but basically what the tweet said, there's something that UK girlies know about makeup that we don't. What don't we know? Why don't we know? If you are interested in seeing what the UK girls know that we don't know about makeup, make sure you stay tuned to this video. So let us get straight into it. Okay babes, we are here now, so now we're gonna get into the makeup look. So let's actually start with primer. And for primer today, I love using my Hydro Grip primer. I haven't used my Fenty Beauty primer in a while, so I'm just gonna go in with that. I'm using Natural Light to film today, so that's also one of the reasons why I'm sitting where I'm sitting, because there is a massive sliding door opposite me. For foundation, I'm using two of my current faves, and that is drugstore alternatives. Actually, it is the NYX Born to Glow foundation, and I'm using the Revlon foundation. I usually just go in with one and the other. Blending this out, I'm using a foundation brush to blend this out. Again, I don't think the way your makeup comes out is dependent on the tool that you use. I think the tool that you use is basically up to you, but for me, I'm very comfortable and I love the effect that I get from brushes, so I'm always going to use a brush. Foundation is on the neck. Going with my Fenty Beauty concealer, and the way I highlight, I just focus everything in the center. And of course, this concealer is just a couple of notches down from my foundation shade, but I'm going to go in with another one to really get that bright eye, under eye effect that I say that I kind of notice on UK girls. Highlight is comfortable and it is right there, and I'm going to go in with my contour shade, which is a bit dark. This is from NYX. It is a smidge darker than what I'm used to, so I'm really careful with this one. Now, if there's one thing that I know UK girls know, it is how to contour their nose. I love how they do their nose contour, and it is definitely something that I do and I try and achieve. It's a contour that basically goes into your brow. So instead of just contouring the sides of your nose and dragging it really down, the contour really just comes from creating depth around your eyebrow area, and this is something that I've been doing. I don't know if you guys can actually see the difference that placing the darker concealer in my inside brow area has done, but it makes a massive difference. There's no need for me to drag it down. I do the tip of my nose. There's absolutely no need for me to drag it down because I get the effect that I need by just placing it right here. I've already blended out my forehead area over there, and you can see blended out my forehead area with my brush that I use to blend out concealer. I'm not sure it's a concealer brush or for this purpose, but it works really well. And I already did my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and I'm just doing this concealer over here again. And again, to accentuate the nose contour, I close my eyes and I just bring that concealer up just to get some uniformity and to help guide where my nose contour is going to go. As you can see what it does. With my L'Oreal concealer in the shade Toffee, and I am highlighting or brightening. I'm no longer highlighting, and I'm only brightening this area over here. And again, I'm keeping it really close to my nose to reinforce the nose contour. And I don't want to drag it down too much because I don't want to brighten the entire area, but I do want to brighten significantly, and I think this concealer will go a long way. You guys already know the drill. Immediately after, I'm going to put powder underneath my eye to prevent creasing. I'm using a damp sponge to press. I dabbed it into the powder and now I'm just pressing it into my skin. Of course, on the forehead, wherever we highlighted, I'm placing that. And again, I'm not baking anything like that. I'm using my damp sponge and I am just tapping the powder in until it disappears. Okay, so now of course I'm ready to do my nose contour situation. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty powder. This is in the shade Cashew. So at this point I'm ready to go in with my contour. I'm using my very beat up NYX highlight and contour palette, and I've hit pan with the shade because I absolutely love it. And again, I'm just going to keep the product behind my face and then just flick it downward. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in again with the contour, nose contour. I'm going in with a really fluffy brush. I don't always use a fluffy brush, but I'm using it today. And I'm going into my contour shade from the NYX palette. I'm using a fluffy brush, of course, because it's the best way to spread the product over this area over here. And I go into my brow with it, just to reinforce the snatch ratio. Really just in the brow. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dust off what's left of this bake. And I'm using the same brush I used to dust on that Fenty Beauty powder. So I'm just dusting it off of my nose and I'm going across the nose like this because it'll also blend it out and not make it too harsh. So pretty. Going with some blush. So you can smile, but usually where I start with the blush is where I stopped with my contour, which is in this area. So I'll start there and I'll do that at my temples as well. Like the tiniest brush that I have in my collection, and I am reinforcing the nose contour and also highlighting the bridge of my nose. So I just place it over there. For now it's just placement, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to place it on the button tip part, but I'm just going to lift it a little higher just to give me the illusion of a higher nose. And now I've just placed it and then I'm going to blend it out. Blended and blended. How will they know? Like that. And at this point I'm just going to spray myself with some setting spray so that all my powders can settle in nicely. I'm gonna go off camera, then I'm getting to my brows. Okay, I'm back. I went away saying that I was gonna come back and do my eyes, but I did my eyes with camera because I thought just to save time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and brighten up my under. It's already bright as is, but I'm gonna try and brighten up my under eye a little more than what it is brightened up. I'm using the same brush that I used for the powder all over my face, and I'm going in with this banana shade over here. And you want to make sure that this is really fluffy brush. I've just circled the brush into that powder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly tap this right here in the same corner that I placed the lighter concealer, the L'Oreal concealer. I'm just tapping. It makes a tiny bit of difference. I don't know if you can see the difference. It makes a tiny bit of difference. It is a bit still powdery on the sides of the nose, but that's fine. I'm going to use a setting spray to get that away. I've noticed from my personal faves and UK Girls, one, it's between matte and glossy, it's going to be glossy. Between color and nude, it's going to be nude. And it's always a glossy nude that they have rocking on their lip, and that is literally where I live. That is where I reside, where the glossy nude lips are. Put on my lower lash mascara, and now I'm going to do something that I actually picked up from the UK Girlies, and that is these faux beauty marks. I am in love with the way my face looks. I don't know if it's because it's how it looks on camera or I don't know, but I am obsessed. But that's all from me. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video, and I'm so pleased. I'm happy that I am finally uploading. If you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. It will really help me. I really would love if you could subscribe to my channel, and love might see you in yours.